This is Tank's vlog for February 11, 2019, wrapping up today in sports. We're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the podcast that will soon be broadcasting again, so subscribe at SoundCloud or iTunes and find out when we come out with a new episode. NHL is the top story on this Sunday/Monday, as the Anaheim Ducks, who were not in action, made the big news, firing Randy Carlyle. The Ducks had won just 2 of their last 19 games. Unfortunately, one of them came against the Devils, with me in attendance. And it's just been tough sledding since December 17th. The Ducks had a 12-game losing streak, and now they're on a 7-game losing streak. It's just been tough sledding, and with all these losses and holding the worst record in the West, General Manager Bob Murray decided that Randy Carlyle's goose was cooked. Murray himself will coach the team the rest of the season, and the Ducks will try to salvage what's left of what's been a disappointing year. The Ducks had made the playoffs in each of Carlyle's first 2 seasons in his second tenure. Of course, Randy Carlyle was behind the bench when the Ducks won the Stanley Cup a decade ago. So, there's the big news in the NHL. Randy Carlyle has been canned. Devils have not played well. It's been a very disappointing season. And, but today they actually did get a win. Beat the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2. Marcus Johansson, who is likely to be traded, scored 2 goals in keying the victory. Mojo, I think it's the Devils. You just got to start focusing on the future and trying to get as many draft picks now. It's a lost season. A lot of the rookies that they expected that had a great year last year have disappointed a bit. Maybe it's just that they haven't really established themselves, hitting that wall the second year. So next year, hopefully they could bounce back, but we'll see how they finish the season. Hopefully, maybe they could get a good draft pick at least. The New York Islanders, meanwhile, have not had that problem. They on Sunday, they got their 3rd straight win, remained the top team in the Metropolitan Division. Absolute big surprise. Barry Trotz, hands down, Coach of the Year at this moment, as the Islanders beat the Wild 2-1. Elsewhere, the St. Louis Blues have been red hot lately. Got a hat trick from Vladimir Tarasenko, including the game winner just at the beginning of overtime to beat the Nashville Predators 5-4. Meanwhile, Brad Marchand scored the game winner in overtime as the Bruins buried the Avalanche 2-1 in overtime. Jets beat the struggling Sabres 3-1. It was the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Battle of Florida beating the Panthers 5-2. And the New York Rangers got a 4-1 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs as Alexander Goryagov had 55 saves. Wow. I guess the king is about to be dethroned out there in Madison Square Garden land. NBA. It was the Mavericks edging the Trailblazers 102-101. Luka Doncic had 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists to lead the way. The Lakers, however, meanwhile, continued the scuffle as they were kerfuffled by the Philadelphia 76ers. 143-120. Joel Embiid, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. The Kings crowned the Suns 117-104. Nice night by Marvin Bagley with 32 points and 7 rebounds. It was the Magic beating the Hawks 124-108. And the Warriors edged the Heat 120-118. As Kevin Durant scored 39 points with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. I'm tired of the Warriors. And when you want them to cover, they don't! This is me or the Warriors just playing lazy basketball at times. 2-point win against the friggin' Heat. The first weekend of football in the Association of American Football wrapped up. Orlando throttled Atlanta on Sunday. A close game saw the San Antonio team sink the San Diego Fleet. On Sunday, Arizona beat Utah. And Christian Hackenberg couldn't hack it in this league either, as Birmingham beat Memphis. It's going to be interesting to see how this league does. It's going to act more as a feeder league for the NFL. I don't think it's going to try to pretend to be anything it's not other than to be minor league football. So, first weekend's out of hand. We'll see how these games go. I'll give a peek here and there, but I'm just not truly that interested in the league. Though, as far as minor league football goes, it doesn't look too bad. It's going to be interesting next year when the XFL tries again. Today's birthday shout-out goes to second-generational football player, actually third-generational football player, Jake Matthews. You want to talk about a family? The Matthews family. There was a grandfather. Then there was 2 brothers, Clay and Bruce Matthews. Now, I believe the grandfather was also named Clay. Now, Clay's son, the original Clay Matthews played for the Browns, and Bruce Matthews played for the Oilers. Bruce Matthews is a Hall of Famer. Now, Bruce Matthews' son is Jake Matthews, and of course, Clay Matthews' son is Clay Matthews III of the Packers. So, you want to talk about football families, there's one right there. And Jake Matthews today turns 27. And we take a look back to 1992, actually the day that Jake Matthews was born. The team he plays for, the Atlanta Falcons, made one of the worst trades in NFL history, sending Brett Favre to the Green Bay Packers. But if you look at this trade carefully, you understand that Brett Favre may not have made it with the Falcons. Jerry Glanville did not like him. Jerry Glanville did not play him well, and I think he would not have gotten a good coach. This tells you how important landing with the right coach is in the NFL. And Brett Favre, of course, went on to a Hall of Fame career in Green Bay. But I don't know if he would have done that in Atlanta. His first year in Atlanta was a disaster. He threw 4 passes, none of them were completed, 2 picked off, 1 returned for a touchdown, and he was sacked for an 11-yard loss. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports, and go to Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.